If you don't have time for decluttering, but you are so ready to create more space in your life, this video is for you. Welcome friends to the Do Less Be More channel. I'm Amy, and today I want to talk about decluttering without the mess. So decluttering is one of those projects where things tend to get worse before they get better. I've decluttered and organized a few kitchens in my day, and kitchens are my favorite space to organize. But it can be a bit of a shit show. I've had a client walk in mid-process and have a near panic attack at what I'd done because the kitchen had seemingly exploded into chaos. In the normal decluttering process, when you have the time and dedicated space to commit to it in one setting without interruption, you take everything out of every nook and cranny to properly assess what you're dealing with before downsizing, cleaning, sorting, and eventually putting everything back in a perfectly organized, fresh way. The reality of decluttering is that it is a long process. It's messy, complicated, and time-consuming. It takes a lot of stamina, focus, patience, and critical thinking. That's why so many of us get discouraged and overwhelmed when trying to declutter. We're busy humans. Life is full of obligation and routine and interruptions, distractions, responsibilities. The world isn't going to pause so that we can take a leisurely 8 hours out of our day to blissfully declutter and organize our kitchen. The kids, the dog, the hangry girlfriend, they need to be fed, right? We need to use the space. So amidst the reality of our busy lives, how exactly do we declutter without impeding our daily flow? The answer is we learn to declutter without the mess. So the Do Less Be More decluttering process allows you to declutter so that you can continue on living your life without added stress. With this approach, there is no need to pull everything out. This is about live in progress. So you're not creating piles which create additional work for you. You're simply peeling back the layers and creating more space as you go. You can tackle these steps at any time without the risk of leaving a disaster of a mess in your wake when you get inevitably interrupted. For guaranteed progress in decluttering your space without the mess or the stress, simply follow these steps. Number 1, name your 3 keys. So the goal with this step is clarity for inspiration. This is what you're going to come back to remind yourself if and when you get stuck. Here's how to do it. Whenever we declutter, there are 3 keys to success. The first 2 keys are clarifying your intention and your purpose. The Do Less Be More cluttering process serves the purpose of being able to continue living your life unimpeded while decluttering, with the intention of having less things and a better space. The key to success with this first step is actually the third aspect or the third important piece to a successful decluttering process. It needs to be personal. So get clear on your decluttering why. Why is having less things and a better space really important to you? Step number 2, take out the trash. The goal with this step is to reduce the overall volume of mess you have to deal with. Here's how to do it. Identify and remove trash by putting it into a black garbage bag. And there's no looking back. So there's no analyzing or deciding if something should be thrown out. You just scan for and grab anything that you know without thinking is trash. If it's broken or old, it goes in the bag. The key to success for this step is to use a black bag so that you cannot see inside and be tempted to retrieve what you've already decided is garbage. Once the bag is full, take it out of the house immediately. Step number 3, put things back. The goal with this step is to tackle the easy clutter. Here's how to do it. Simply put anything back that doesn't belong where it's currently sitting. Again, there's no decision making and no emotional ties to this step. The thing is just in the wrong spot right now. So whatever already has an established place in your home, but isn't in its home, goes there now. One key to success with this step is to set a 10-minute timer and go on a tidy frenzy. How many things can you put back where they belong before the timer goes off? Step number 4, donate from the heart. The goal here is to contribute to the community while creating more space for yourself. Here's how to do it. Put on your decision-making hat with the items remaining as clutter. If it falls into one of these 3 categories, then it goes into the donation box. The 3 categories are don't use, don't need, and don't want. Use a cardboard box, not a tub. You want to donate the box too. so that you are forced to make a defined decision, touching the items that go in there only once. There is no digging through the donation box. You've already made a simple decision to put it in there. Don't make things complicated by going through it again. The key to success with this step is to focus on the gifting aspect. How might someone else benefit more from this thing? This step is all about your contribution. Be motivated by the space you're creating for yourself and inspired by how you can give to others. The next step to declutter without the mess is to find a home or say goodbye. So the goal with this step is 2 birds with 1 intuitive stone. Organize while downsizing. Here's how to do it. First, ask yourself, if I needed this item, where would I look for it first? Go on instinct here, not should. Should equates to problem solving and analyzing. Go with the first place that pops into your head. That's its home. Take it there now. No delaying. This is how you guarantee progress. And now if you can't answer this first question, then you need to ask yourself, if I needed this item, would it occur to me that I already owned it? More often than not, the answer to this question is you would buy or borrow it. You wouldn't go looking for it in your house because you wouldn't even remember that you owned it. So the solution in this case, say goodbye and put it in the donation box. Now the key to success with this step is to trust your intuition. Don't overcomplicate it by bringing in shoulds or future what ifs. This process works best when you let your inner knowing guide your actions, not your mind and ego. The last step in the decluttering without the mess process is make it fit. The goal here, deeper decluttering and consolidation. Here's how you're going to do this step. Remember that containers and drawers serve dual purpose. Okay, they provide order and they give us limits. So a defined space can only hold so much stuff. And you don't need 8 pairs of scissors, even if they're all family heirlooms. The rule of thumb here is if it doesn't fit, get rid of it. Start by putting the most important preferred things in first. Whatever else doesn't fit in the space is donated. Key to success with this is to first consolidate like with like, and then allow the space to be the decision maker so that your decluttering doesn't get emotional. Here's my final thoughts with the do less, be more process when it comes to decluttering. Decluttering is not an all or nothing process. It's not a one is done deal. It is a recurring event you're going to integrate into your life like a routine or habit. This is great news because it gives you permission to go easy on yourself the first go around, knowing that next time you'll be a little better at it. Each time you declutter, you will experience a little less hesitancy and a little more ruthlessness with getting rid of things. Remember, the goal is less and better, not perfect. If it's really tough to get rid of something, even though part of you knows you should, then keep it. No guilt, just acceptance. Next time you come through the process, you'll likely be ready to let it go. Decluttering is a practice. It's an ever-evolving skill set that will help you live your ideal life, supporting you to be the person you desire to become. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know where you're watching from in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and remember to share it with a friend if you found it valuable. I'll see you in the next Do Less Be More video.